Childhood trauma and procrastination, it's not laziness, it's protection. Welcome to another episode, YouTube channel, Resilient Anna. What if procrastination is not about laziness, not about poor discipline, not about lack of motivation? What if it is about survival? What if the reason you freeze before starting delay important tasks or sabotage opportunities has nothing to do with productivity and everything to do with your childhood? Today, we are going to explore procrastination from both a counselor therapeutic lenses and a clinical psychologist research based perspective. Because procrastination is often not a time management problem. It is all about nervous system. From a clinical standpoint, procrastination is emotional avoidance. Research from leading procrastination experts such as Timothy shows that procrastination is not about poor planning, it is about avoiding uncomfortable emotions. When a task triggers fear of failure, fear of judgment, shame, inadequacy, overwhelm, the brain interprets it as a threat. The amygdala activities and activates. The stress response engages. The body prepares for danger, and avoidance becomes relief. But it is temporary relief. In therapy, clients rarely say, I procrastinate because I am afraid. Instead, they usually say, I don't feel ready. I need more time. I work better under pressure. I just can't start. But when we gently explore further, we often uncover a parent who criticized mistakes, emotional neglect, conditional love, unpredictable anger in the household, being compared to siblings, being told you are not good enough. And suddenly, procrastination starts to make sense. So, all the answers we can look that they're going into childhood trauma, and that creates procrastination. Let's go a little bit deeper. Trauma is not only physical abuse. Trauma includes emotional invalidation, chronic criticism, parentification, growing up in chaos, and growing up invisible. Trauma teaches nervous system. The world is unsafe. Making mistakes is dangerous. If I fail, I'll lose love. So how does that connect to procrastination? It is very connected. Fear of failure, fear of rejection. Children in clinical environment develop maladaptive core beliefs. I'm incompetent. If I fail, I will be humiliated. Mistakes equal danger. So when they face writing a book, applying for a job, launching a project, or study for an exam, the task activities early shame memory networks. Avoidance protects self-worth. So, as we counselor, we often hear, if I don't start, I can't fail. Procrastination becomes a shield against shame. It is not laziness, it is kind of protection. Many trauma survivors do not fight, they don't flee, they just completely freeze. According to trauma research by Bessel van der Kolk, Unresolved trauma lives in the body. When a task feels overwhelming, the nervous system may activate a freeze response. Brain, fog, fatigue, dissociation, thoughts like I just can't move, endless scrolling, and this is not a weakness. It is automatic nervous system dysregulation. Many procrastinations are perfectionists, but perfectionism often develops in environment where love was conditional. Prize was performance based, so if you're good enough, you will receive some kind of award or prize. If you make mistakes, you will be punished. So, in a child, in a body, learned if I'm not perfect, I'm not safe. So the adult delays starting because perfect feels impossible. And through all of that, you learn helplessness. Because if a child grows up in chaotic and unpredictable home, they may develop, it doesn't matter what I do. This creates passive avoidance. Why starts if efforts never guaranteed safety anyway? So the core of trauma driven procrastination is shame, not guilt. It is shame. Guilt says I did something wrong. Shame says I am wrong. When a task activates shame, the brain prioritizes escape. Procrastination becomes emotional anesthesia. So, how does it show in adulthood? Probably the questions rising. Trauma based procrastination often looks like chronic unfinished projects, self sabotage before success, last minute panic productivity, avoiding emails, avoiding authority figures, avoiding visibility, avoiding success. Because success means exposure, and they can't deal with exposure. And avoidance and exposure once mean danger. So there is a where many people got it wrong. They try productivity system, time blocking, punishing themselves, just going through, harsh self-talk. But if procrastination is trauma-based, discipline alone is traumatic. It reinforces you are not good enough, which again starts the same cycle or deepens that cycle. So, how you can heal trauma based procrastination? We need to move towards healing. Before productivity comes regulation. There is a couple of strategies that we can talk about. Kind of longer exhale, slow breathing exercises, grounding exercises, 5 minutes starting rule something, core regulation, working near other people, body movements before task, learning about your safety first, then action second. You ask your inner child, how old do I feel when I avoid a task? What is happening inside of me? Often the answer is not the real age, like the client has. It is around 7. So you need to speak internally. It's safe to try. It is okay to try. Mistakes are allowed. You won't lose love. You won't lose yourself if you make mistakes. Replace all that thoughts that are coming. I'm lazy, I'm not good enough. With my nervous system is protecting me. That shift alone changes everything. And you need to start exposure yourself to the small doses. Instead of finish the whole project, try open the document, write one sentence, work 5 minutes. So the small doses, small plans, small completion builds safety. And of course, the trauma needs therapies, modalities that they can help. It's somatic therapy, EMDR, compassion focused therapy. Healing procrastination often means healing childhood wounds. So if you procrastinate, you are not broken, you are adapted. Your system learned to survive. But survival patterns that protect you as a child may now limit you as an adult. And healing is possible. If this episode resonates with you, it may be not a productivity issue, it may be a trauma response. And the goal is not to become harsher with yourself, the goal is to become safer with yourself. Because when the nervous system feels safe, action follows naturally. Thank you very much for listening this YouTube episode with Resilient Anna. I hope if that episode helped, continue to follow me. I'm wishing you all the best. Until the next episode.